Welcome to Fly Nubian Money, where we help Black women master their mindset and maximize their money. I am your host, your proud host. Today, I'm going to use my full government name because we are going to be talking about education. So I am Jade N. Harrell, MED, right? And I am the founder of HighBlackEsteem.com. Today, we are talking about a literacy crisis in America. We're exploring this topic that some educators are saying that our children, Black children, don't know how to read, like literally are graduating high school and don't know how to read. And then we also had the governor this week of California, Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York State, Kathy Hochul, who claimed that Black children in the Bronx don't even know what a computer is. So I am joined today by our queens. We have Miss Laura Lala Key. She is an international real estate agent. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
We're also joined by Miss Athena Gardner. She's a CPA and founder of her organization, WeWealthWomen.com. And we're welcoming for the first time an exquisite author, Miss Erica Lewis. She's the author of Faith in Transition, and she's the founder of Faith in Transition LLC. So welcome, ladies. Happy Friday. How y'all doing?
It's Friday.
It's
wow.
It is. It really is. Right. And we've been rocking hard all week with our Fly Nubian Money segment right here on the Fly Nubian Queen Network. So make sure y'all are liking and sharing this broadcast and subscribing. I know all of us have gone to school, right? Some of us may have children in school. Some of us may be supporting children, young adults. But let's talk about this literacy crisis. Listen, one former educator said point blank, not point blank. Well, that's our children, this is like for real, right? All the same, right? But like our children cannot read, and the system is looking the other way about it. So we're gonna listen to what she has to say, and then we're gonna comment on it. I know the screen was shared, but it just went away. Well, while we get that up, she says, quote, our children cannot read and the system is looking the other way. They're well aware that the children are not learning, but they still pass them on to the next grade. What do you all think about that? Let me hear from Miss Erica. You know, you're an author, right? And so literacy is something that's really important to you and your brand. What are your initial thoughts about the state of literacy right now in the community?
You know, it's funny because some years ago I did community access television, and this was a topic, and it was back in 2003-4 when President Bush had implemented No Child Left Behind. And I think people are forgetting that this is the result of No Child Left Behind. That was he implemented that bill in 2002, I believe it is. So we're looking at 22, 23 years later, and these are the repercussions of it. Because now you have educators coming from different regions of the world coming over to, let's say, New York on the East Coast. And if they're from Wisconsin and they're educating kids in the classroom because they can get a discount on their student loans or don't have to pay their student loans back because they're working in an urban community, do you really care if you're just going to work here 5 years just so you don't have to pay your student loans back? Of course not. So the No Child Left Behind, I think this is just the result and the residue of that act that was put into place in 2002 by President Bush.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Let's hear from Miss Athena. You are a CPA, right? And you work around, with wealth. And so what's in your profession, what's the importance in the relationship between literacy and financial literacy and well-being?
Well, I think literacy is important because if you cannot read, you have a hard time not only communicating, but also comprehending on a higher level. And those things are essential when it comes to now reading and understanding and all things coming up with money, your bank statements, your tax statements. And there's a strong correlation between literacy as far as reading comprehension is and financial literacy. If you have a hard time speaking and communicating, you're going to have a hard time managing money and your resources and communicating with people and professionals like myself, CPAs, or other professionals that can help you with your financial literacy.
Wow, thank you for that. It's really, really important that our children are getting all of the skills that they need that are necessary. And when we're talking about generational wealth and the transfer of wealth, home ownership is so important to that, Lala. So, what is your take on this literacy crisis in our community, as well as the implications that it has within your industry?
Well, simple basics. If you can't read, you can't comprehend what you want to do. That means any kind of home ownership papers that you need to sign. If you don't know how to read those, you don't know what implications are from that. Anything with a loan, document loans, basic information of just banking. When you think about going to the bank, you have to read your documents. So it's not just that. It falls into many other things. If you can't read, you can't comprehend math, you can't comprehend history, you can't comprehend any basics that you have. But I'm literally seeing this when it comes to people who come to me to buy a house. This is why I take, and sometimes it takes hours, I kid you not, where we sit down and I literally go over every word of that contract with my clients so that they understand what's going on. So I am actually seeing in this younger generation that they are not reading on the level that they need to. And I agree with Erica. Listen, anytime the government decides that they want to come in and step up and have a war on something, it seems like we fail. The No Child Left Behind, all of them left behind. Not only our communities, but that's our first communities that get hit, okay? But two, the war on drugs, we're losing that too. So anytime the government decides they want to get in, it seems that we fail tremendously and our children are suffering.
Thanks for that.